Hi everyone, this is Jeje and welcome to Be Colorful. Today we continue with the creation of cards using the Tonic Craft Kit 44. I'd like to remind you that even if I use dies, stamps and products included in this kit, you can take inspiration from the cards and techniques that I show you in the video using what you have in your stash. Isn't necessary to own the kit. All you need is inspiration, imagination and the desire to create. I watch a lot of video tutorials and take inspiration from many card makers, but I assure you that I never have anything they use apart from white cardstock, glue, scissors and little else. Despite these, I still take inspiration from their creations and create my card with what I own. And after these few words of wisdom, let's start creating card number 12. For this card I'm gonna use an acetate sheet because I plan to make a part of the card clear, from which you can see the inside of the card itself. This acetate sheet is by Craft Perfect and very thick, which will ensure the right stability for the project I have in mind. So first of all, out of 300 GSM white cardstock, I'm going to create the card base in standard size, that's 4¼ by 5½ inches. Then I cut the front of the card base, making an oblique cut. I'm going to make the separate part smaller. I don't give you measurement because I am proceeding following my heart. In any case, the shorter this panel, the wider the central opening of the card will be, which will be the clear part. Okay, next I decided to decorate the edges of the two parts of the card base with a strip of glitter. To do this, I apply very strong double-sided tape adhesive on the edges. Then sparkle the sticker with the red glitter included in the kit. Now, using the beautiful white pearlescent embossed paper from the kit, I'm gonna create the panels that will cover up the front of my card base, except the clear part, of course. I cut out the paper into panels 4¼ wide and with the same height as the two front parts of the card base. Then I mark where to make the oblique cut, making sure to leave a little red glitter edge uncovered. Finally, I'm going to glue the two panels to their respective part of the card base. I glued two layers of cardstock on the back just to give to the panels a nice dimension that I love to put on my card. Now I proceed to glue the acetate sheet panel. It will be less wide than the card base, which is 4¼ wide, but never mind. I had this acetate left over, so I used this one, even though it's slightly smaller. The effect is very nice, as you will see. It looks like I planned on doing it. As for the length, also in this case the panel will be shorter, otherwise there could be problems in closing the card, given the thickness of the acetate and the fact that it will touch the fold line of the card base. The Craft Perfect acetate has a protective film which must be removed. Now I also proceed to cover the inside of the card, again with the embossed white pearlescent paper from the kit. And there we are. The basic structure is practically ready. As I attached several layers of paper to the front, it feels a bit heavy. Then I glue a cardstock panel also on the inside of the card in order to give stability to the whole card. Finally, I'm going to glue the background paper that can be seen from the acetate. Now let's move on to the sentiment, which will also be the focal point of the card. I'm going to use the Christmas die of the kit together with the coordinate die to get the outlines. I'm going to die cut on the white pearlescent paper. For the base of the sentiment, I decided to die cut on a heat-resistant acetate sheet because I plan to do the heat embossing technique. So I dab the entire surface of the base with the clear Versamark ink. Then apply a semi-transparent white glitter embossing powder to the top half. On the other half, however, I'm going to apply the red glitter powder from the kit. You will see that these embossing powders on the acetate will be semi-transparent. I have to be honest, this was a test and I didn't expect to get this transparency. I really like the effect, and this transparency is suitable for the card I'm creating. Even through the sentiment, you can see the inside of the card. On white cardstock, I'm going to die cut for another 3 times the outlines of the sentiment. I had separated the dies, therefore to get the exact same figure that I die cut on the white pearlescent paper before, I repositioning the dies with the help of the die cut itself. Next, I glue the outlines one on top of the other, getting a sentiment with some thickness. To give a finished look to the back of the sentiment, I'm going to glue one of the die cuts made on white cardstock. I complete the sentiment by adding Mary. I stamp on the white pearlescent paper with the clear Versamark ink. Embossed the sentiment with the red glitter embossing powder. And I cut it out by forming a strip of paper and removing the word little. Finally, I glue it on the card. As a finishing touches, I'm going to create a few drops with the red vintage drop included in the kit. And with the Nouveau glitter drops, Gold Coast, not included in the kit. And this was the card number 12. Compared to the first card I proposed, this one is slightly more elaborate and with a slightly more elegant style. Transparencies have a really nice effect on the cards, in my opinion. Then the beautiful Tonic Studios papers do the rest. What do you think? For the next card, we will continue with the transparencies, and I'll show you a very special idea. The next card will be a little more difficult than the other, but I assure you that a very nice card will come out, and also using waste materials. So thank you for joining with me today, and I look forward to see you for the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a nice thumbs up if you liked the video. So, thanks again, see you next time, bye bye, and be colorful!